Hello all, good morning. Today I would like to discuss Unit 2 of our BRM, that is steps in research or formulating the research problem. So these are the steps which you can see here. The first step is identifying the research problem. Second one is research questions development. Third one is deciding the objectives of our research. Fourth one, formulation of hypothesis. Fifth one, tools of analysis. And the sixth one, findings and conclusions. Coming to the first one, you can identify the research problem only by a literature review. The more you study of previous researchers which are happened in different domains and different areas, then only you can generate your own research problem. So for example, I am taking here, if I am worried about why these young students are committing suicide who are from PUC to degree, so I will have a research problem like why the young students are committing suicides. And second thing is our educational system is fine or the coaching patterns are fine? What is the role of friends and teachers and parents regarding this suicides of the students? That is my third question. By research problems, I can draw some questions. Before drawing the questions, before objectives formation, we have to make our broad idea which is made us to do the research has to be deducted first. You have to cut down the major area of research into a minor area so that you can do the research in an easier and a good and in a qualitative manner. See, for example, if you can't do this deductive method, then you cannot be able to identify your sample size, etc. So, first stage is suicide cases across India by the young students. Second stage, I am diminishing it. Suicide cases in Karnataka only. So, from India to Karnataka, my size of research has come down. Next three, I am trying to do suicide cases in Kolar districts between the age group of 17 and 20. Young students means who? From which age group to which age group? There is a vague sentence. So I am bringing down little more reduced suicide cases in Kolar district, not the entire Karnataka, only Kolar districts, and between the age group of 17 to 20 where I can take only PUC to UG second year, something like that. And the last step, I am sharpening it down. I am going to study only the Kolar district colleges which are in Chikbalapur, Kolar and Gauribidnor. Only these three major areas I have selected among Kolar districts where are the colleges are being inbuilt and where in which colleges they are suicide cases recorded from past 5 years and why are those cases were recorded. So this is how I am narrowing it down. My idea is being narrowed down from the broader area to very simple and researchable area. This is called our formulating the research problem under deductive method. And then we will come back to our research steps. Second step, that is out of our generation of the research problem, we are going to draw some research questions which are forcing us to do the research. First is there any change or is there any age group difference between the students who are committing suicides or between 70 to 23 only or 22 only? What might be the role of colleges and management and teachers and friends towards these suicide issues? Is there any problem with our coaching patterns or the coaching patterns has to be changed or the students are feeling happy with the coaching pattern and the academic calendars and all, or they feeling very, very pissed out? What are the other factors which are forcing the students to commit suicide and take this drastic decision? These questions were being derived from the research problem which I have identified by a literature review and after narrowing it down like this in a process. And I will fix up my objective study. You convert the research question into to identify, to evaluate, to know, to recognize, then that becomes your objective of the study. Why are you doing this research? to know, to identify, is there any age difference between the students committing suicide? Is there any problem with the academic calendar? Is there any problem with the teachers and management? What is the level of exploitation, or is there anything going on? So to know all that, you are committing this research. You are conducting this research. Then out of these objectives of our research, we can develop our hypothesis. See, please remember, what is the meaning of hypothesis? Hypothesis is a tentative statement, temporary statement before you start the research. After your research, you can identify whether your hypothesis is false or true. I mean, you can accept the hypothesis or you can reject the hypothesis. It's a tentative statement. Here, these my questions. I am asking, is there any difference in the age group, or there is no difference in age group? Is there any role of the teachers? No, there is no role of any teachers. Is there any problem with the education system? No, there is no problem with the education system. Wherever no you keep, that becomes your null hypothesis. Opposite to that null hypothesis become your alternative hypothesis. There is no change in the age group of the students who are committing suicide. That is your null hypothesis. Yes, there is a change in the students' age group who are committing the suicide. Then it becomes a alternative hypothesis. We mention it with H0 and H1. H0 is null hypothesis. H1 is alternative hypothesis. Let me record this. We mention in a research language, this is null hypothesis and this is as alternative hypothesis. Right. And next is our fifth stage, that is tools of analysis. See, this tools of analysis is purely a statistical formulas and test, F test, T test, etc., which we will conduct to decide whether our research questions and our hypothesis are supporting null, supporting alternative. Based on this statistical analysis only, we can decide whether our research questions and hypothesis are supporting the null hypothesis or the alternative hypothesis. So these tools of analysis, we will have to first do all the central tendencies, mean, median, mode. These are compulsory for all. After doing these three central tendency research statistical tools, we need to find out which suits to our research. Which test is suitable to our research, F test or T test or Z test. Based on that data which we have collected, these tests will be decided. If your tests are properly addressing your research, then you will be able to know your hypothesis is being rejected or supported. Then coming to sample size decision. See, sample size is decided on the population. You know, I said what is population? Population means the complete area which you are going to cover in your research. Here my population is all UG and PU colleges of Chikbalapur district, Kolar district and Gauribidanur area, Gauribidanur taluk. I will take all the colleges into my population. So, if I know the number, exact number of my population, madam, in this, there out of that 80 colleges, there are more than 20,000 students are studying PUC and degree. If you know this figure, this is called known population. If you don't know this figure, then it is called unknown population. If you know this figure of the college students, how many are studying, that is known population. If you don't know the number of students who are studying in your college, that is called unknown population. Known population formula is here. We use Cronborn-Alpha's formula to identify the sample size. So out of 20,000 students, I am selecting my sample as only 500 students by using this formula. And here also, if the population is unknown, the same gentleman has given another formula, which is n is equals to z square into p into 1 minus p divided by c square. Here is the statistical meaning of that. And unknown population, if I adapt this formula, for example, I got 485 students. So this is known population sample size, this is unknown population sample size. Whichever is high, that we will take it into grant. Here in this case, unknown population is 485 students, known population is 500 students. We take 500 students as our sample size for the study. For both the cases, we need to set up probability error. Means how many times we can commit a error in doing the test. That is 5%, 0.05. Significance level is always 5%. So we do decide the sample size and then collect the data and then use it into SPSS software, which is a new software for research people to do a statistical test in an easy manner. Now under SPSS there is AMOS, which has recently taken place. AMOS. These two are the well famous softwares which are available for conducting this test. Within a fraction of moment you will get your result. And very important topic of today's, I am going to decide the last. After finding the research methodology, tools of analysis, we adapted the test, we got some conclusions. That conclusions either accept the null hypothesis or reject the null hypothesis. For example, you after the test you will identify there is no relation between age group of suicide. All age group people are committing suicide. Maybe because of the academic pressure or because of lack of support from the teachers or friends and the management staff. So you find out each question what is the acceptability rate. For this first question, am I accepting the null hypothesis or rejecting? Second thing, am I accepting the null hypothesis or rejecting? Third also, am I accepting, am I rejecting? So after knowing all this, you will know findings and conclusions. After running the test you said, you will get the findings and conclusions. This findings and conclusions is the last stage of our research method or research step. And this suggestions, whatever you give, this is why students are committing suicide. Try to improvise this, try to decrease this pressure, try to do like this, try to inbuild these plans. Whatever the suggestions you give for this research problem will become your new model or a new theory which is to be adapted in future by different colleges to avoid suicide rate in the age group. So whatever the model you suggest after your research, under your suggestions of research area topic, that becomes your new model or innovation model. So till now, what we have discussed is a very important topic of research design or steps in research. Thank you so much for listening to me.